Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League Serpent Series for Race 7 from Laguna, Seca, the home of the corkscrew. I nearly forgot what it was called. Okay, Ray's joining us on commentary as usual. How are you, Ray?
I'm doing well, but look at that. Steve F1's lost the lead by a point.
Aye, that he has. Also, Art Pal, because he missed last week, he's dropped away a bit now, hasn't he? Which is a bit of a shame because he's been having a good championship so far with a few seconds and thirds. Conrad with his win a couple of weeks ago, closing in on Art Pal. And Jimmy having a good season up there in 6th place, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it sounded like you said a Wimberway then. Oh Lord, the helicopter's not moving. Steve F1 on pole position. If you didn't see the helicopter in the top right corner. Demon Art, 2nd place. What position's that then, Ray?
That's 3rd, and that's Jason, the mighty Swede, and then he's got SGP and 4th, followed by the American Conrad. And
yeah, Nelly, 6th place. Jimmy in 7th. Art Pal didn't have the best of qualifying, down in 8th place, and then we got Twilight there, Ray.
in 9th place, and then we've jumped Gary here on 10th and Rich 11th. Jimmy's got 007 and he's in 7th place.
You know what, I'd never even noticed that, but what I can see is 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go! And Nelly's going the right way this time. Jimmy's had a blinder of a start, trying to make a move on the outside of Conrad straight away. Steve F1 covers that inside. Jason having a look at the inside of Demon R. Can he get that move done? All 3. Oh! I think Demon R turned in on him.
Yeah, closed the door on him and turned in on him. Jason had to report that.
Yeah, I would as well, Jason, yeah. I mean, it was 3 wide, but anyway. Okay, Art Pal and Gary side by side. I think Rich Blue's got a little bit sideways on the exit of turn 1.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that sideways movement here because we're in the desert, it's sandy, the sand on the track sometimes, and it's slippery.
Absolutely. Also, a few corners around here have got some mighty sausage curbs like this one, and if the drivers clobber the sausage, they could end up finding themselves clobbering a barrier as SGP having a look at making a move on Jason. Jason covers it off, heading into the corkscrew. What I will say as well is heading into the corkscrew, if drivers are going to try and make a move up the inside, they're going to have to be extremely careful, as you mentioned. It is dusty around here, and that inside line into the corkscrew is really dusty. Okay, so SGP is still on the back of Jason here. There's a Demon R on the back of Steve. What has he got?
Yeah, and but it does make them equal points if Steve F1 wins and Demon R comes second, if there's a point between them. Does that put them equal, or does it put Steve F1 1 point in front of him? Can't remember what the difference is.
I think it would put Steve F1 in front. Jason's gone a little bit wide. SGP having a look up the inside. It'll become the outside. Jason should be able to cover that into turn 2. Yes, he does. Technically, it's turn 3.
Oh, he's hit the sausage!
Yeah, don't want to be doing that. You've got another one coming up now as well. I mean, this car, a lot of the drivers have been enjoying racing this car. This championship was on the pack cam. We're looking at Demon R and Steve F1. Demon R right up the rear wing of Steve F1 as he just dips a wheel in the gravel. Oh, someone just kicked up a load of dust there.
Oh, I'm going to say I was too busy grabbing my glass for a drink.
That's alright then. Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, okay, so yeah, here's Steve F1, Demon R. Now, as for the tyres, we've got a long old race here. Although it's not a long old race, it's just a lot of laps. 26 laps, which the only way that sort of can be divided equally is 13 and 13. You ain't getting 13 laps out of these tyres. So I think we're going to have mixtures of strategies here today, Ray, because yeah, even if someone does 10 laps on the tyres, which I don't think is possible, they'd still have to do a 6 laps.
Demon R closing on the back of Steve F1. Is it going to look into turn 1? He's half looked. Maybe just letting Steve F1 know I'm here, you make a mistake, and I've got you.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was close enough to go for it, so it would kind of beg the question, why didn't you go for it? Maybe you're right, you just let Steve F1 know. A bit like in football, as a defender, you kick the centre forward at the first opportunity, not let him know you're there.
Yeah, you gotta get that red card first, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. So on the pack cam then, on Demon R, I mean, to be fair, Steve F1 and Demon R are pulling away from Jason a little bit, so maybe it is sort of tactical from Demon R of, if they battle, that gap will come down. So maybe he's thinking...
I hear a car screeching in the background somewhere. Somebody was screeching through that kink.
No, it was the hostage in the basement. Okay, Godrod through the corkscrew. Our pal up to 6th place now. He's had a good start, opening 3 laps of this race. As we look at Steve F1's front right tyre, taking a bit more punishment than the rest, which makes sense, Ray, because this is a very much left turn. We've got our pal in the pits.
Already? Jesus, what was he doing? He can't do 3 and 10, can he? Oh,
Demon R's close here. Is he gonna? No, he's. Okay, if you're able to touch the bumper pretty much in the braking zone and in turn 1 here, and you're not going for a move, I think that's definitely tactical.
Is he trying to use Steve F1 to save his tyres, but then he's going to be sliding a wee bit behind him because he's got that dirty air, and the corners, his dirty air. The track is slippery as out. Rich, what a move! What in the inside that Gary.
Nearly got on the inside of Steve F1 through the corners. The Rich Blues and Gary just going through now. Gary coming back. What a move!
Great battle. This is watch. Get back! We want to see the fucking kink.
Yeah, they want to see the kinky bit. Okay. Oh, Demon R! Tags to the back there, Steve F1 through the corkscrew.
Rich is wet.
Oh, no! Gary's. Oh, you know what? Unfortunately, I think Gary and Rich, when they were side by side, I think one of them may have caught the sausage because Gary's down in 10th. Unfortunately, we didn't see that. So
Gary was on the sausage side.
he was, wasn't he?
Oh! SGP nearly in the wall.
Was he nearly in the wall, or was he breaking the slipstream? Okay, I'm sorry. Look at the pack up. Sorry, look at the pack up. Okay, Conrad, is he looking to make it? Okay, Conrad. Okay, sorry, I said look at the pack up because Demon R was right on the rear when Conrad does make the move. SGP went a bit deep, but SGP coming back at him.
Yeah, is he going to hang it round? He is going to hang it round the outside here. SGP lit it up at after the last corner. Nearly went into the pit wall.
Fair enough. Okay, so we have a look then again at Steve F1 and Demon. So yeah, ever so close. How are the tyres? Steve F1's tyres. Well, they've done 5 laps. How are we 5 laps into this race already? So the tyres look all right there. To be fair, and I think Rich Blues has gone a bit wide. Nelly tries to make the move up the inside. Oh, be careful moving over.
Yeah, sort of your visual with your...
I think he had his eyes closed. Okay, so now interestingly, is that a fair overtake? I don't think so. Oh!
He cut the track, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Wow.
Twilight.
Yeah. Okay, Rich Blues head.
Will be having you.
I'm wondering if he's surely got a pen. Okay, Demon R is close. See, I'd say that this is close enough to at least have a look up the inside. But yeah, I mean, Demon R.
I think Steve F1's just protecting that middle line, and Demon R's just like, what side do I go? And then by the time he's decided, Steve F1's moving into the corner, and it kind of puts Demon R off a bit.
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
But see, down at turn 1, if if there's any space up the inside, I think you have to have a look if you're close. And if you're not having a look when you're close, it means something else is going on. You might be right with it being trying to look after the tyres and sort of. I mean,
or the fuel.
Or maybe the fuel. I mean, because it's one of those things. It's one thing leading the race and having a gap to the car in second place, as we're looking at Conrad here. But if you're leading the race and second place is right up your rear wing, you're going to be looking in your mirrors a lot.
Is it because Demon R's leading championship? He's letting Steve F1 in front so he can react to Steve F1 easier than being in front of Steve F1. Because if he's... That's to say, they both came
like
in at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, so now interestingly as well, Steve F1 has got more fuel on board than Demon R. So Demon R has not been saving fuel. So maybe it was saving tyres. But maybe you're right as well, because I mean, we've got SGP, Conrad here, Nelly, Jimmy, Twilight, all going for a 7th lap. SGP's got a little deep again, manages to cover it off. I mean, the first corner here is fantastic, I think, because there's many different ways you can go around. With Conrad up the inside in 2. He didn't get the sausage. Is he going to miss the sausage here? Steve F1's on his way out of the pits. Demon R's still in the pits.
Because SCP's went deep there at the exit, but I think because Conrad had to hug that inside line, he just didn't have enough speed out turn the second right-hander, but because of SGP's touching the gravel, he slowed down and that gave Conrad that position and Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly made the move quite nicely there. Okay, so Steve F1 I think has not put any fuel in, and Demon R has filled up. Okay, so we've got Conrad here with Nelly closing the gap on Conrad. If Nelly's tyres are perhaps in a better condition than Conrad's at the moment.
I don't know, because like he's only got one more lap. Conrad's in the pits.
Yep.
He's only got one more lap with the tyres. They're losing a lot of time compared to...
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see if we can work anything out. So, Steve F1 and Demon R...
SGP's getting 8 tyres.
Bloody hell, he hasn't had it. Okay, what we can work out is that SGP will be pitting this lap. Okay, on the pack cam, we're on Art Pal, who pitted on lap 3. Steve F1 is behind him. Bit of a gap, but as the field is a little spread at the moment, yeah, it's worth keeping an eye on that. Nelly, yeah, he's got the better tyres over SGP at the moment. Just make sure he's still with the sausages. So yeah, Steve F1 and Demon R pit after 6 laps. That leaves 20 laps. They can't do 10-10, so there's going to have to be something else in there. If they carry on doing 6s, 6, 12, 18, 20, that's not enough laps. They're going to have to do longer stints. Art Power.
Yeah, that's too many.
Wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Oh, Gary. Oh, I thought Gary was going to go right on the inside. Yeah, I tell you what.
Did he save that one?
Yeah, it's not long come out of the pit, so there's Demon R in the background. So I wonder what the gap is between Steve F1 and Demon R after them using different fuel loads. Is Gary up the inside? They've tried this before, we didn't see it. Gary's learned his lesson, he's stayed away from the sausage, unless he avoided the sausage before, dipped a wheel on the outside and spun maybe his Nelly into the box.
Yeah, is SGP going in the box? That's the question, because he had no tyres, so he should be going. No, he's not. He's going to lose so much time here on lap. Going to be lap 9 lap.
Yeah.
And what did that give him? That gives him
some laps left.
15 laps.
Okay, Steve F1 on the back of Art Pal defending on the pack cam. We've got Gary with Demon R right behind him. The gap between Steve F1 and Demon R is considerable as these two still battling through turn 2. Does it make sense for Art Pal to defend this hard right now? I think it does.
Steve F1 trying out the outside, kind of forces out Pal that he can't go.
Oh, Jason with a sneaky nudge up Art Pal to help him out. But yeah, Steve F1, he was going to move there, wasn't
Yeah, just restricting Art Pal how far he can drift and how much speed he can put on going round the outside there.
Let's not forget as well, Art Pal, who pitted at lap 3, was going very defensive.
Oh!
Yeah, Art Pal's tyres are on lap 6, so they're going to be considerably more worn than Steve F1's and Jason's at the moment. Demon R is still behind Gary, and now Conrad is right behind Demon R. So this stint not working for Demon R at the moment. Right, because it's been like a lap and I think it's 2 laps now he's been behind Gary. Oh, not anymore!
Now he's seen the moment, he's going for it. Can Conrad follow through, or is he gonna just hang tight and wait?
Oh,
Rich!
Oh, oh dear.
Somebody might want to get in contact with Conrad and see if his axle's alright.
Absolutely. Okay, Jason trying to make the move on Art Pal with the, yeah, look at Art Pal's tyres. Jason's are almost new. Art Pal might try a switch back here, but he won't have the grip. Steve F1's already buggered off up the road. And SGP has done another lap, Ray. What is he doing?
Steve F1's gonna, there he's there. Steve F1's gonna catch him.
Yeah, Steve F1's going to overtake him. Yeah, I mean, look at how quickly. So, SGP's losing loads of time right now. He's got a slither on. No, he hasn't. He had a slither on the front right. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think.
He's going to get slowed down for the Kursk.
Well, that's the thing. And he's slowing down. Pal's on him as well. I think if I was Art Pal, I'd have perhaps tried the switch back there, but he's got ahead. SGP has got to get into the pits. I think I know what might be going on there. So Conrad,
well, he wasn't stuck because Rich Boys belted him up the arse, but oh, Conrad tried that round outside, couldn't get it there.
I think Gary may have had a wobble in the middle of the corner, which nudged Conrad off. Conrad having a look at the inside in the final corner.
He's like, I'm coming through no matter what, Jimmy.
Okay, SGP is now in the pit. I think I know what SGP's tried to do there. Right? He's done 10 laps, which leaves 16. So he could, if he's done 10 laps, then... Oh, Gary's gone deep. Can Connor get it tucked in? Or have a look up the inside into 2?
6 and 6.
That's too many laps. Oh, Connor may have just tagged the sausage, got a big wiggle on. Yeah, 16 laps, 6 and 6 is 18.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 8 and 8 is 16 though, so he could do that. As, I think Connor got ahead of a little nudge from Gary there, and Connor's deep into the gravel. Oh dear, oh dear, I wasn't really looking.
Conrad went for the racing line and Gary was there just before the break and so on. Don't know. Maybe something I can look into a later date.
Quite possibly. I tell you what, it looks like it's a bit cloudy and misty on the pack cam, which is on board with Jason at the moment, who is headed into the pit lane. So now it's on board with Art Palace. Rich Blues is behind Jimmy. We did see Twilight just tag Jimmy. I think it was the left-hander with the corkscrew, and he did slow down. Oh, Jimmy was through there. Okay, we've got a few pitters. Art Pal, Gary, and Jason all in the pits. I think Rich is going to have to pit again.
Well, he's going to help SGP out. These people button because he's not going to get the boost.
You're absolutely right. It's Twilight up the inside, up the hill towards turn 1. Gets that move done and covers the inside to let Jimmy know. Don't even try, mate. Jimmy's gone deep anyway. But going deep at turn 1 isn't always the worst of things if you can get it tucked back in for the second day. Okay, so situation now then, after everybody has finally done a pit stop, some have done 2. Steve F1 here leading the race, got he can do a few more laps on those tyres. This is his 6th lap, so he's done 6 laps on the first stint. This is the 6th lap on the second stint. I reckon he could do maybe a couple more. Oh no, he can't. Fuel, yeah. Okay, so he's either got to pit now or get one more lap. Demonar's got a bit less tyre, but he has had to battle his way. The gap's still quite big between those two though, isn't it?
Yeah. Steve F1's coming into the final corner, and Demonar's just hitting the right-hander penultimate corner.
Yeah, so Steve F1 didn't pit, so he is going to try doing an extra lap here, so 7 laps. As Rich Blue's in 3rd place now, but has got a penalty, as Nelly and Conrad closing that gap in. Rich peels into the pits.
Yep, here comes Twilight, Conrad, and Nelly. Well, not in that order, sorry, Twilight, Nelly, Conrad.
Yeah.
I just seen blue.
Yeah. Blue, dabba-dee-dab-doo. Twilight's under pressure here. Nelly, is he going to have a look on the inside? See, Nelly's gone for it. See, Nelly wasn't quite as close. Connor with a lovely sneaky move there. Yeah, so Nelly wasn't as close as Demonar was to the back of Steve F1 in the first stint. And Nelly was able to sort of go for the move and make it stick. So, yeah, I think you might be right, you know, with that first stint with Steve F1 and Demonar. That I think that it was about the championship battle regarding the pit strategy. Yeah, react to what Steve F1 does, because what you wouldn't want to do, like if you're in that 2nd place, you don't really want to do an extra lap and get boost undercut, do you? So Conrad having a look at Nelly here.
Yeah, and with that Nelly move on Twilight, what it did was stop Twilight from tucking back in to get the apex, which allowed Conrad through, and as he come up to the corkscrew, he's got the move done on Nelly, but Nelly going to have to run. Nelly's got a better run, he seemed to like have a better exit.
No, he did. Steve F1 and Demonar both in the pits again. Very different fuel loads in their cars right now. It'd be interesting to see what happens with the fuel, because if Demonar only puts a little bit in, he could end up way ahead of Steve F1. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with their fuel loads. I don't know if we'll be able to see it as the drivers pass them by. Conrad now leading, with Nelly in 2nd place. Steve F1 is now fueling. You know what, I think the gap between them was about 10 seconds. And the reason I say that is because it was quite a long time between each of them putting fuel in. So is Demonar going to stop at around 60-ish? 70-ish maybe? No. Steve F1 is fueling still as well. Okay, they're both filling up, right?
Demonar's still in the pits back there. Demonar's leaving now, and then Steve F1. Yeah, you could see Demonar 100%, well, 99% now. Yeah. He lost up to stick coming at the pits. He spun his tyres too much.
Oh, what a waste. Okay, so and he is ahead of Steve F1 as well. So yeah, there's Demonar. So both of them filled their tanks, but because Demonar only had to fill half a tank, he's now gained the time back from that Steve F1 gained by not putting fuel in earlier. Nelly on the back of Conrad once again. These two are looking.
Does that mean Demonar's kind of undercut on boost then? Because if they both were to fill it, the same fill at the start, the first pit stop, there would have been
on the exit.
The tail, but now that Demonar's jumped him, even though he was hung up on Gary, he must have got some boost as well.
Well, yes, I think not a lot, but yes. From what I'm hearing, extra information, when they both exited the pits at the first stop, the gap between them was about 10 seconds. When Demonar got into that position of breaking away from the pack, the gap was still 10 seconds. So yes, there was boost, but not a lot. So the time, the 10 seconds plus the couple of seconds that he's ahead now, is down mostly to the fuel in the pit stop and a tiny little bit of boost on one. But it'll be interesting to see what happens for them now, because they're both full of fuel. So they're going to have similar pit stops later, as we see ArtPal and SGP getting very close. SGP has battered his tyres. He's on his 5th lap on this stint. He's looking at making a move. Just go for it. So yeah, and now actually, Demon are in that 5th place where he won't get boost. Steve F1 closes that gap in. So if Demon R did gain on the boost in that last stint, Steve F1 is now gaining from it right now. So the little bit of time loss there was for him will now be negated. This could get very interesting between those two to the end of this race, because as I was trying to say, I don't think either of them's going to need to put any fuel in at the next pit stop.
I don't know. I'm taking it on your account. I don't really practice fuel or anything. I don't really practice because I've not been racing.
Okay, so let's what we've got here. Rich Blues on the back of Conrad with Gary closing in Rich's tyres. Fairly fresh, but he will need to make another pit stop. I am interested to see what SGP is going to do. He's on the back of ArtPal. Is he going to try another 10 lap stint? I doubt it.
He was on the back at ArtPal and then he kind of drifted apart and now he's coming back together. Together.
Gary was getting very close to Rich Blues down in towards turn 1. But yeah.
I think he's just went wide into turn 3.
Well, you know what it might be with SGP and ArtPal, because SGP's really closed the gap up again. ArtPal
disappeared.
Oh. Nelly's into the pits. Yeah, ArtPal pitted, I think about 6 laps ago. 5-6 laps ago, so ArtPal's tyres, plenty of life in them, but maybe more worn. Yeah, lap 11. Yeah, so his tyres may be a touch more worn than SGP's, which is why SGP may be able to close that gap in a little bit now. Jason leads the race, so we've had so many different leaders in this race. If Jason pits, ArtPal might lead.
Now Steve F1's the last one with boost, so let's see. Nelly's in the pits, so it's Conrad, but I think there's going to be a bit of a gap back to Conrad.
I think you might be right. Okay, SGP has not got fresher tyres than ArtPal. Yeah, SGP's are, well, he's got more tread left than he had on lap 8, 9 and 10 of his first stint. Okay, let's have a quick look on the track map. So Jason's heading up towards the corkscrew. ArtPal's in second with SGP right behind him. Demon R is in 4th with Steve F1 right behind him. Then you're right, Ray, there is a gap to Conrad as SGP may have a bit of a run here on the back of ArtPal. So yeah, I don't know if Connor's going to be able to...
I don't know, he nudged him. I thought it would just get close.
It looked like a little bit of a nudge. Jason is into the pits. Okay, is there 9 laps to go? 18, 19, 20, yeah, 9 laps to go. I don't think Jason can get to the end from here. So I think he's going to have to stop again. ArtPal and SGP have continued on. Let's see if anybody else is going to be heading into the pits. Or out of the pits, actually, because I think Formula Gary is coming out of the pits just ahead of ArtPal. Yeah.
There is it. There is it.
Wow.
But hopefully the boost helps him pull away.
Formula Gary is now leading the race.
Yeah. SGP and ArtPal still in pit, so that'll make the gap up as we see Nelly go for a move on Jimmy.
Can he get it slowed down? Oh my days!
Oh, T-bone. Yeah. Don't wait in the corner, don't wait in the corner.
Yeah, don't wait in the corner. It's comfortable for him. But fair play to Nelly there. Oh, unlucky Rich. Yeah, Nelly absolutely got that one wrong, but he knew what had happened and he waited for it. Jason, having just come out of the pits, makes the move. So, okay, here's Demon R, and there is Steve. Steve F1 has not closed that gap in, has he?
I think he's closed it a bit, but not. But you, Jesus Christ, what is it with the brothers today?
SGP's dropped way back from Art Pal. SGP heading into the pits. I think SGP's tyres had gone. You know what, mate? What do you reckon the chances are that Steve F1 has just followed Demon R like Demon R was following earlier? Maybe saving a bit of fuel.
It could be. They're going to come down to the last pit stop if he needs to put fuel in to get to the end. Because, yeah, there's only going to be one more stop, isn't it? It's not going to be...
Yeah. I mean, Demon R's
unless somebody forgets to put fuel or tyres on.
Yeah. Well, Demon R's tyres are okay. I mean, this is, I think, I don't know, I can't remember when they pitted, but if they pit at the end of this lap, there'll be 7 laps left of the race, and they've already done one 7-lap stint.
13 they pitted.
Okay, and interestingly, if Art Pal's pitted this lap as well, he might be in with a chance here, but Art Pal needs more fuel. I think you do need about 60% of fuel to get a 7-lap stint. So yeah, Art Pal's going to need a bit more fuel than Demon R and Steve F1, but he is going to head into the pits while leading the race. And fair enough, looking at his lap times, they've been fairly consistent there with the 32s and into the pits.
He's got that gap, so the bit right enough. It's got quite a bit more to put in there. Demon R, Steve F1.
I mean, I said
they both follow each other in the pit. Well, Steve F1 follows Demon R this time. As we see nearly up the inside of 007.
Well, I did mention as well that I think you need about 60% of fuel to do a 7-lap stint as Jimmy's trying to fight back on Nelly. And Steve F1 had 59%, and he's already on his way out of the pits. Is it? Yes, he is. He is out on his way, or has he not got to his box yet? Art Pal, I think they've only just got to the box because Art Pal's putting a bit of fuel in. Demon R's finished fueling, so he's on the move. As SGP. Is SGP going to take the lead?
Only about 58.
Oh. No, 57. Oh no, that's on the pit exit.
No, because he's coming out.
Okay.
So you need to remember, guys, if you put in, you want 60%, you need to put in 61.
Yeah.
That curb just threw SGP up in the air.
Okay, looking at the pack cam, that's Steve F1 with Twilight behind him and Demon R behind Twilight. So there is a gap between Steve F1 and Demon R. Steve F1 is ahead of Demon R. Conrad leads this race. Jason is second place, but I think Jason's got another pit stop to do. Steve F1 passing Rich, making the move. That does put Steve F1 though into the no boost position. Twilight making the move. Oh, Rich has got no tyre. Oh, heading into the corkscrew, no tyre.
There's Demon R and there's Art Pal as well, so...
Yeah.
Art Pal's still pretty good chance. Oh, Demon R forcing his way through there. Jesus, Rich, write that down and put it in.
Yeah. Conrad in the pits as well, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. Demon R on the back of Twilight. Twilight heading to the pits. Yeah, so is Jimmy and so is Rich. Okay, so now Demon R is in the no boost position and Art Pal's in the boost position. It may be too close though and may not get boost. SGP is going to pass the cars that are in the pits. He has got boost, so he should be able to close up to the back of Art Pal. Okay, we're in for a 5-lap sprint race here. We've got Jason, as I mentioned, leading. He hasn't got the fuel.
No.
Nelly's got the fuel.
I don't think he's got tyres for 5 laps.
Steve
F1 fine, Demon R fine, Art Pal fine, SGP fine.
Well, you say SGP's got a little bit more tyre wear. Oh,
the sausage again! He's loving the sausage.
He's got more cheese. He's got some cheese on that sausage. Okay, so actually something I mentioned. Go on.
Maybe Ford's broken, he needs the sausage.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, so SGP has closed up to the back of Arpal. Okay, this is fascinating stuff. So the pack cam is on Jason at the moment, probably to see if he is going to be peeling off into the pits. And really, if he needs to pit, do it as soon as possible. And he isn't.
No.
Nelly does though. Okay. That's
No, tyres, maybe?
yeah, I think that's the right call for Nelly. I don't think his tyres would have made it. So that's the right call. But what that does mean is SGP now won't get boost. Conrad will. But there is a bit of a gap between Conrad and SGP at the moment. Jason's got plenty of tyre. But that is because he only pitted on lap 17. He just hasn't got the fuel. Steve F1, yeah, he's doing fine. Demon R, is he closing that gap? Hard to tell.
It's just going to be battle of the lap times, isn't it, now? Because these four should be, four should be okay with tyres and fuel.
Yeah, I mean, I am interested to see if Conrad can close the gap in on them though, because with the boost there is the chance that he could. I have got a little bit of breaking news though. I don't have a home end.
You never did have a home. You rented.
I have no control and there's no escape and I can't see an end.
What am I? A fucking keyboard?
I need a new keyboard! Jason's into the pits. At least I waited till there's a bit of a gap to get that. So yeah, Jason into the pits. Oh, you know what that means though, Ray? Who's not going to get boost now? Conrad. So Conrad, his ability to catch SGP and Arpal now could be up to Swanee. But having said that, he has got extremely fresh tyres, so he can perhaps try and... Yeah, I mean, Conrad's last two laps are 127 and a 124 with a pit exit boosted lap and a boosted lap. That's a good 8 seconds a lap faster, which he's now not going to have over SGP, but as I said, he's got those fresher tyres. So just stay away from the sausages, keep on trucking, and he's still got a chance because he can see them. I think he's still got half a chance.
I mean, Conrad can be fast, so...
Oh, what were you saying?
He's fast at spinning. Oh, it's gave him one of them wee stupid half spins. Oh, careful, guys! Oh, I feel sorry for him.
At least he'll get a boost now.
I'll send him flowers in the mail.
Yeah. I can buy master flowers. Self-raising.
But I can't drive a car. I just keep on spinning.
I can't see where you are. Sorry. Okay, the gap between Steve F1 and Demon R has come down a little bit as we are on lap 24 of 20. It's come down quite a bit. Okay. Two different lines through turn 1. Interesting to see on the pack cam. We're on board with Conrad looking at Jimmy's arse end. I hope he has had a pleasant dinner if he's going to be leaving toxic gases behind. Conrad trying to make that move. Demon R is closing in on the back of Steve F1 here. So the fight is
later on the brakes.
Oh yeah, this is definitely getting closer. Up at the front here. Okay, I don't think we're going to have the same situation as we had in the opening stint of this race, mate. I don't think we're going to be nose to tail in all the way to the end here.
Close, but Demon just needs to figure out where he's going to do that move, because like it's really hard at the corkscrew because you've got that concertina effect, and then you can't see the apex.
Saying that, look at the pack cap because Con was closing up on Nelly up to the corkscrew, braking early for Connor. And to be fair, that's the way to do it. Oh, he may have just taken some curb though. Demon R is close enough to potentially have an attack down into turn 1. Arpal got sideways, but he's got a gap to SGP, so he should be safe. Connor closing in on Nelly on the pack cap once again. I would guess that nothing's happened with the leaders because we've not looked at that. Nelly still ahead of Connor, only Jork. Oh no, Connor's I thought he'd binned it, he's pulled over because he got a penalty, hasn't he? Yeah, I would guess he's just served the penalty there. Okay.
After the corkscrew.
Yeah. Okay, Nelly defensive. Jason hasn't really got anyone.
Oh, Nelly's went deep.
Yeah. Okay, that.
Is he going to have the run back? He's going to have the run back, even though he went deep. Depends if he can hang it around outside, but Jimmy's through his nose in there. Just watch it, doesn't get brown.
You've got Steve F1 with nose to tail headed up to the left hand and it's just gone through. I don't think the corkscrew's the place to try and make the move.
He's looking.
Oh, Steve F1 manages to hold on. Okay, that's... Demon R backed out to that.
I don't know why. I didn't see anything untowards.
Okay, because I'm just thinking that sort of the downhill left-hander, you can go like a very wide push line and be quite quick. Conrad's got another penalty, or is it the same one from the lap before that it didn't make him certain? I do not know for certain. Okay, the gap between...
I think it did make him certain because he lost to Jimmy.
Yeah, that's true, he did, yes.
Nelly?
Yeah, absolutely. Jason trying to make a move on Nelly here. Nelly did dip a wheel on the gravel. Just make that move. Can they get round there? Steve F1 has got a bit of a gap. Oh,
Jimmy, I think, not Jimmy, Nelly, I think they're just putting the power down too early and it's spinning them towards that wall. Now, people would say they love this car driving it, but they've never spun it so much at this throughout the whole championship.
You're absolutely right. I mean, that might be something we can touch on after the race because Connor's defended that beautifully from Jason. Connor may have taken a slightly later turn in. Okay, we're on to the final lap of the race now. Looking on the pack cam, yes, there is a bit of a gap between Steve F1 and Demon R now. As Jason, is he going to have a inside? No, he's not.
He's half defending, isn't he? He doesn't want to go full defensive in case Jason just pins him to that tight line and he has to slow massively down. So he's kind of half defending so he still can keep up his speed. And all he wants to do is park it at the corkscrew and should be okay as we see Steve F1 coming around the last corner to the line.
Yep, to take the victory here in Laguna Seca. Demon R second place was on the pack cam. The battle continues. Arpal has done well, finished third. SGP, he's got no front right tyre. He's going to finish fourth. Conrad is in that fifth place in the battle with Jason right there. They're low on fuel as well. Oh, Connor's got a bit wide. Jason's got a great run here. He's pulling up alongside. Can he make it? No, he can't.
Jimmy and Twilight were pretty close, and we've got Nelly.
Nelly dropped off a bit at the end there. Rich Blues, 10th place. He's got the tyres to get to the end. There is a bit of a gap back to Gary. I think Gary may have had to have made another pit stop from when we last saw him.
I heard he can't do the middle part with his misses.
Ah, well, yes, there is that. That's about Rich. So so looking at Gary's tyres, he pitted fairly recently. I mean, a great race there though. Victory for Steve F1. I do believe that will put him 1 point ahead of Demon R. Should do. A fantastic race. Maybe a few incidents during that race. Difficult to know exactly what was happening. But something that I can tell you that has happened today is that David Hasselhoff has changed his name to David Hoff. Yep, as Gary crosses the line to take 11th place. Yeah, he's changed his name to David Hoff. It's less hassle that way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. What race? What would you say, Frank?
What about David Hasselhoff or the race?
Either.
I think the race was fantastic. Never seen many incidents. I like to see incidents, but that's just me. But I've never seen many incidents. Drivers kind of sorted themselves out. If there was a incident, I think the only one I can really think of was Nelly. Well, Twilight didn't sort himself out when he went storming through the
chicane, through the gravel.
The corkscrew. He must have not read it right and thought it said cork.
Yeah, yeah.
Went straight for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it must have given him a penalty for that, though.
But that was his own doing, so he still should give the position
back, before going into the pits. Yeah, I fully agree with you, Ray. So minus 10-point penalty for Twilight. Okay, I was going to mention, you mentioned about we saw more cars sideways and spinning in this race than the whole of the previous races put together. Even when we had the sort of sprinklings of wet weather. And we talked a little bit last week about whether the conditions at Laguna Seca would play a factor. I don't know if the temperature affected the fuel or tyre wear. I would guess it has affected the tyre wear because we know the tyres behave differently in different temperatures. So, yeah. The sausages around here, this car is brilliant for having stability and grip. However, it did seem to be very reactive to the sausage curbs. I mean, as an example, the left-hander before the corkscrew. I know for me personally, I like to try and straddle that one, because if you can straddle it, you can gain so much time. But in this car, straddling it was so risky because if any of your tyres did touch the sausage, you were off. It couldn't handle it. So I do think that was one factor, but I think the other thing was what you said with the dust.
What corner, sorry, was that? The corkscrew?
No, the left-hander before the corkscrew.
Yeah, you hit that, you were bouncing across the track.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the other situations, I mean, it's a bit like, I mean, we've seen before, like, if you're on the exit of a corner. Okay, Fuji turn 1. We've not seen it for a long time, but Fuji turn 1, if you get a bit wide on the exit, you've got one wheel on the AstroTurf, one wheel on the curb or the tarmac, it can easily spin you. And it seems like that's what it's like at Laguna Seca everywhere. You get a little bit wide and dip a wheel on the sand, and it just spins around on you. So it can be very vicious. And as I mentioned, Fuji, that's the X-Track.
Oh, and enough Fuji can hit up a monsoon or two.
Absolutely. I know that, Suzuka and Fuji, I have seen the worst random weather there than anywhere else. Now, you can force extremely bad weather at other locations, but I'm trying to think, where did we race last week? Nürburgring. I've never seen pink or purple rain at the Nürburgring. Now, that's not to say that it can't happen, but whenever we've done random races or we've had rain on, it's never got to that intense. Pink and purple is the really intense rain. At the Nürburgring and at Suzuka, we have had those intensities on random weather. So yeah, if it rains, it could easily become a monsoon, and there is the possibility that there could be more rain than the full wet tyre can handle. I mean, I don't know if you might have any advice for the drivers, Ray, if that circumstance arises.
Slow it down.
Well, yeah, that in short, that yeah.
You gotta be tippy toes. My tippy toes, my tippy toes.
I mean, they could always turn the engine down, couldn't they?
They could do that as well. Maybe make sure that they settle their brake bias kind of near enough. They want to be on the middle, so it's equal over all 4 tyres.
Yeah, absolutely. But also, yeah, if you're on full wet tyres, avoid the racing line at all costs, apart from on a straight. Because, I mean, if you brake on the racing line, you in full wet conditions, you will not stop. It's more likely to spin on you. So yeah, be prepared to brake off the racing lines and go around the corners off the racing lines as well. But yeah, so Fuji with the chicane is the next race, and now we've talked about the rain there. It's going to be beautifully sunny. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention, Ray? Anything else you want to touch on?
I don't know. Let me think.
Well, you know, I visited your birthplace last night.
You visited my mum?
I shagged your mum. You spoiled me joke.
Oh, you did say visited my birthplace.
Yeah, but I thought you was going to say, what, Scotland? That's 2 jokes of mine that you've known the punchline to before I've got to it. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But, right.
That's what Meatloaf said.
Yeah, was that? Well, I'm going to take you to that. I actually, you know what? I actually really want to make a meatloaf. I've never had meatloaf, and I really want to make one. I was going to say I want a mouthful of meatloaf. Not now, though. He's dead. A little bit of a public safety announcement as well. Don't fart in an Apple store. They don't have windows.
Heard that one before. We get another announcement to make.
I don't know. Have you?
I don't know. Have we? I don't know. Are we doing it? Are we doing it?
I don't know.
Are we just going fuck it? We'll just tell them here, or are we going? We'll put it in the messages.
You know what? I think because we haven't discussed it with the other admins, I don't think we should discuss it here. As in, we've not mentioned to them that we might discuss it here. So yeah, I think we do message first, and then we can talk about it on the next race video. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Unless you want to message the admins now and see if we can get permission.
There's only one person I need to message. That's my co-owner. I'm not gonna message him.
You know what? I tell you what we will do. We can announce that a decision has been made regarding the future of the league. A next season's car has been chosen. So
well, we could say about next season's car because we were racing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, actually. Yeah.
And we can say about the day change because it's staying on the fucking Thursday, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, next season's car. Take it away.
Take it away now. Okay, yeah, the next championship car is going to be the Radical. And when someone was told that the other day and they said, who makes that? The answer is Radical. And the manufacturer is Radical. It was, yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's the Radical. It does cost about 300,000. If you need help getting funds, let us know and we'll laugh at you. Tyres, you need the sports mediums. You do not need any wet weather tyres because the sports mediums are all weather tyres. Now, SGP said something to the drivers the other day, which he'd not actually talked to us about. So this could be news to you, Ray. Yeah.
I heard that.
Oh, did you? About the
dynamic weather?
Yeah, might as well have it on from now on. Excuse me. So we're going to be in the Radical, and yeah, there you go. So you need 300,000 plus sports medium tyres. Now Ray did mention the
wait till next week's race in Fuji, and everybody's crashing into each other, and he goes, "Oh fuck this!"
Yeah, not having weather on again. But yeah, now Ray did say that the races are going to stay on a Thursday. I cannot confirm or deny that at this time, but the drivers will be getting a message about that in the very, very, very near future. So yeah, right. I think we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, if we finish within the next 3 minutes, we're under an hour.
Next 3 minutes? What can I do for the next 3 minutes?
Shag the wife.
I'm going to help Rich out.
Fill in the middle bit. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Right, folks. Time to say goodbye to Ray and thank him for joining us on commentary. Bye, Ray. Thanks for joining us on the commentary.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And let's go and check out the Conference Race Resort and the championship standings, unless you want to add anything else there.
Thanks to everybody else. Okay, there. Right, but come on, let's get it under an hour for one.
Okay, right. Let's crack.
Ta-ta!
Steve F1 then with a victory in the maximum 20 points, finishing just ahead of Demon R in second place, 17 for him. Art Pal with a great finish in third place, 15 points, scores 2 more than SGP, who finished in fourth with 13 points. Conrad, fifth place, 12 points for him. Jason in sixth place, 11 points. Jimmy, seventh, scores 10. Then we've got Twilight in eighth, scores 9 points. Nelly in ninth, scores 8 points. Rich Blues in 10th, scoring 7 points, and then Formula Gary in 11th on 6 points. No reports placed this week, and I have just remembered that I haven't done a G-spot for the last few videos. Do apologise. Been very, very busy, and the admins have been very busy with stuff behind the scenes. Okay, let's take a look then at what that has done to the championship standings. Steve F1 retakes the top step of the standings on 116 points, 2 ahead of Demon Art in second place. SGP in third on 102, with Art Pal in fourth on 91. Conrad fifth place, 73 points for him, with Jimmy in sixth on 63. And six back is Formula Gary in seventh place, doing well so far regarding the point scoring. Nelly eighth place, 49 points, and then we've got Jason very close behind him on 48. Twilight in 10th place on 36 points, 5 ahead of Rich Blues in 11th, who's 3 ahead of Critical in 12th, with Critical unable to race with the wheel fault, unfortunately dropping down the standards. Hey, 13th on 14 points. Okay, as we mentioned, the next race is at the Fuji Grand Prix circuit, and it is the one with the horrible little chicane in it. As we also mentioned, if it rains there, we could get monsoon weather, which I think would be quite exciting. It would definitely be something new in the DGT League anyway, that's for certain. So drivers, just make sure you have got inters and wets available in case you do need them. The final race of the championship will be at Cirque de la Sarthe, otherwise known as Le Mans, where it could also be a very weather affected race and such a long circuit. If you're on the wrong tyres at the wrong time, could be very, very costly. So although the championship fight is very close at the moment, anything could happen in the next 2 races. Right, thanks for listening, watching. You know what to do: like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and if you are interested in any merch, we do have merch available. Link is in the description from Streamlabs. Okay, have a good one everybody, and we'll see you all again soon.